Volvo EX90 has been launched back in September 2024, and despite being reviewed many times over ever since, I feel like many journalists fail to capture the true essence and philosophy behind it. I mean, to Volvo, this is not just another luxury SUV. This is the best you can buy from them in terms of luxury, refinement and technology. And it's all in one car. And Volvo has made some specific choices for it. Let me explain. First of all, unlike other electric SUVs, this one hasn't started in life first as a combustion engine and then being converted to an electric one. No, this one sits on its own electric platform. In fact, it has nothing to share with its combustion engine sibling, the XC90, meaning Volvo is committed to build the best when it comes to electric, with no compromise on interior space, technology or cost. Second, and I guess this should come as no surprise to anyone, Volvo aims for zero fatalities in this car, meaning it comes with one of the most advanced and safety-centered autonomous driving system you can buy today. How advanced? Well, when fully functional, Volvo says it will be capable to perform level 3 autonomous driving tasks. That means it will not go by itself to pick up your child from school, but that's still more advanced than almost anything available to date. And third, it's a choice about ultimate luxury. Luxury, depending on who you ask, means different things to different people, and although the EX90 has plenty to offer to anyone in terms of luxury and comfort, Volvo has decided to make one key feature stand out from the rest, and it might end up to be the one you will appreciate the most. But first, let's come back to what it means to be an all-electric SUV. I already mentioned, it sits on its own dedicated electric platform, but that comes at a cost, and you'd be wondering if it's worth paying the extra. See, the battery alone on this car weighs no less than 600 kilos. And although I have no idea how much Volvo pays for it, I imagine it would cost you no less than 10,000 euro for the privilege to carry it around with you, no matter if full or empty. Its net capacity is 107 kWh, for which Volvo claims a range of 570 km WLTP combined. That's a number which I would take with a bit of salt and pepper, as I find it very hard to reach in the real world. But the most important question, which comes along with a big battery, is how fast you can charge it. I mean, the bigger the battery, the more time you need to spend around the charging station doing nothing. In that regard, Volvo has done its part and made it possible to charge in 30 minutes from 10 to 80% with a top charging speed of 250 kWh. But this is where the good news ends. In my area, the most common charge speed I can easily find is 50 kilowatts DC, and that means it will take me well over 1.5 hours to charge this Volvo from 10 to 80%. I'd better not be in a hurry or make sure I plan very meticulously my journeys anytime I want to go places, right? I can eventually find faster speeds, but that often means I have to search around and divert from my planned route just to get there. That's ridiculous. You know, I'm curious, what is the situation like in your area? Is it similar to what I have here, or is it different? Write in the comments what is the most common charge speed you can easily find in your area. DC fast charge. Coming back to the ADAS system, the key features which sets the Volvo apart from the rest are the LiDAR, the powerful processing unit powered by NVIDIA, and its brains, built with AI and centered around the predictive behavior. How is that all different from the rest? Well, Tesla, which claims offers one of the most advanced systems out there, is built around camera-only based sensors. Volvo also uses cameras, no less than 8 of them all around the car. But in addition to those, it also uses another 8 short-range proximity radar sensors, or parking sensors if you'd like, and the LiDAR, which I already mentioned, as the central sensing element. This one, besides making the car look like a London cab, can see up to 200 meters in front of it, no matter if dark or rain or whatever condition is out there. But as good as this system looks on paper, it's still not fully operational today. The AI algorithm is still being developed and trained as we speak, using real-world information being collected from cars such as this one. Until then, only the normal functionality of a Level 2 ADAS system is available. And even more, if you have the brake pedal set to auto, but for some reason, it seems like this doesn't work at the moment, so nothing is really working actually. Settings, I mean. Never experienced something like that. But if you have the brake pedal set to auto, what it will do, it will engage your brakes only when it detects slow traffic ahead. So when you approach a traffic light or a slow car moving in front of you, it will slowly apply brakes without you doing anything, without you even engaging the autopilot. It takes a lot of burden off your shoulders. And it doesn't end here. On the inside, Volvo has fitted yet another 2 cameras to detect the presence of humans or pets locked inside the car, thus making sure they do not suffocate or freeze to death by accident. On the inside, the Volvo EX90 impresses you with its clean Scandinavian look. I mean, there's nothing crazy or overwhelming happening inside here. You get this nice central screen in portrait mode, you get a driver display mounted on the steering column, and a heads-up display unit to go along with it. The only physical switches are the window commands and central locking mounted on the door frames, both back and front. Other than that, just this rotary dial which controls your media. I personally like it, but I can also understand it's not on everyone's taste. I don't know. What do you think? Is too clean for your taste? Tell me your opinion in the comments. But this is the Volvo way, and their choice to express elegance, style and refinement. The Scandinavian way. And when it comes to luxury, it all fits nice and tightly. But nothing seems to stand out. I mean, there's very little to complain about. The cabin is roomy and visually pleasing. The materials are of good quality and nice to touch, and so is the fit and finish. And the seats are so comfortable and come with so many adjustments that it's even difficult for you to choose what is the best position. I mean, everything is nice, but nothing seems to be overwhelming. Or is it? You see, some manufacturers try to shout their luxury at you by throwing dozens of crystal clear touchscreens all over the cabin, or by oversizing this or that, both on the inside and outside. But Volvo is not about being in your face. Volvo has decided the ultimate luxury is about silence. The deepest silence you can ever get without having to pay for a Rolls-Royce. Cabin noise is incredibly low, and something Volvo claims to be the best in class. You see, perceived luxury is not that great when you have a noisy ride, no matter how many screens or gadgets you have in front of you. But when you have one of the quietest cabins you can get, and a sound system which can rival a concert hall, it all comes together as an incredible experience. There are still many things to say about the Volvo EX90, but before I leave, it wouldn't be fair for me not to mention to you that Volvo still has some work to do to make it run seamless. Throughout the filming event, this car threw several error messages, which went away after a restart. I just got a fault. It says ESC fault, book a service. Yep, I don't know what's happening, but it's part of things that they need to fix. Plus the screen was only partially responsive at times. But at the same time, it wouldn't be fair to Volvo and the people working inside this building to say this is a bad car. No way. You see, problems are related to software, which is still being in development at the moment, and to how things communicate to each other inside the car. And this is exactly what this car runs, an early software version. But I'm confident Volvo will fix those issues with future software updates. And here I base my statement on my personal experience with the EX30, which I own for 1 year already and never gave me any trouble. And once that happens, this EX90 will be transformed in one of the best choices you can make. That's if you want this kind of ride.